that if there must be subsidy, it is the poorest of the poor that should be subsidized, not the rich. Because the programs that we currently have, we are subsidizing the rich. And for me, I will personally call on the support of the labor unions because I believe that they are just dancing to the gallery. And because Nigerians believe that there is so much revenues that the country has, they are not willing to follow up with these reforms. We are working on the strategic revenue growth initiative, and we are beginning to see some improvements in revenue.
82% of the subsidy in power reform, I actually think it's probably more than that, goes to the middle class and rich people because they're the ones who are connected to the grid and they're the ones who get these benefits. Unless we do away with this subsidy that is not benefiting the poor. And we've done extensive research on this at the level of the Governors Forum. We've seen where this petroleum goes outside the country. We've seen who the middlemen are between the NNPC and the buyers in neighboring countries. We know the details of this. It's failure of governance on our part as a country that has continued to allow a position that is not sustainable, not beneficial to the ordinary people be maintained. And when you talk of suspension, I agree with Clem that there's a perception we're a rich country, which we're not. But I think the greater challenge is that even though we may not be a rich country, we are a country with enormous rent-seeking opportunities that have now forced ordinary people to really labor in a trust deficit. You cannot say that you are a poor country and you're maintaining a lifestyle that is even much more if you like, unsustainable than people who have the wealth to be able to maintain such. If you do an analysis even of petroleum subsidy, a state like mine, Ekiti, we're shortchanged because Lagos State, FCT, Kaduna State take the bulk of the benefits on subsidy, on PMS. Barely 8% comes to us in the case. We've done the numbers at the Nigerian Governors Forum and we can share it. So when you talk of subsidy, what is the need for my people in Ekiti on PMS? Yet when the trade unions come here and talk, they talk glibly and generically about how the poor will suffer. The poor that really don't get these things in the first instance are the ones that we will now use as an excuse for not doing the right thing. And that's the challenge I have, even with the title of this presentation. There is this false notion that Nigeria is resilient. Nigeria is a strong country. We're almost on the precipice. It's almost midnight in our country. And if we don't take these tough measures that we all have to live with, then we have to deal with the consequences.